Hello friends and Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to my channel Iballdesigningdeveloper. Like in the previous videos, we have done many of the things using Java and Android Studio, and I hope you understand that all projects which we have done here. So today we are just building an amazing project, and today we are not using Java in our project or React.js like language. Like you all know that with Java we are also covering the Android development series. So today we'll be just building an amazing project using Android, and today I will be telling you that how we can just build an amazing countdown timer, runnable and handler in Android. Means what are these menus? Means I will be telling you that what is countdown timer, runnable and handler in Android. So we'll be learning about this in this video of Android series, which we are covering up from the many of the previous videos. If you understand this video and if you enjoy this, remember to hit a like, and if you're new on the channel, hit the subscribe button. After subscribing, the notification bell, so more people can learn and they can understand how we can just learn about these things and what are these things in Android when we are working with. So just now we'll be starting with our video and seeing that what are these three things of countdown timer, runnable and handler, and how we can use it in Android Studio from start. So just like I'm telling you in the start, like we are just building an amazing project, and today I will be telling you that how to just build an amazing countdown, runnable and handler. Means we will be using these three resources in this project of Android Studio, and we'll be seeing that how to use these resources and make a project. So for building the project using these resources, we have to now open our code panel of this design which we are just building. Like in the previous video we were working on our emulator, and I have telling you like how you can use emulator as your multiplication table application and how to use it in different projects. So today we are just building a project through code, and through code we will be now seeing that how to just build this amazing, means how to build an amazing project using these three resources of countdown timer and plus runnable and handler. So now we'll be starting with this and seeing that how we can use these three resources to build a project. So first of all, I want to explain you like what things you will be getting in your Android manifest.xml file when you create your first Android app, you can say, or your Android project where you have created on your Android Studio. So in the previous, means in the first video of Android Studio, I've telling you that how you can create a Android development, means how you can download Android Studio and how you can create first Android project in your Android Studio. So you can check that video out if you have not checked. And after creating your own project in the Android Studio, you have to open this file which is called Android manifest.xml. So you have to open this Android manifest.xml file, and in this file now I will be explaining you like what things are here and how we can use these things to create project using these three resources of this countdown timer, handler and this runnable. So now you can see we are getting a XML version here. First of all, we have to check what version of XML we are using. So here you can see I'm getting 1.0, means that I'm using a 1.0 version of XML here in this Android manifest.xml file. And then you will be now getting a encoding here, and in encoding you will be getting different version. Like I am getting the version of UTF-8, so you can get the version of like UTF-9, UTF-10, UTF-5, UTF-6. Means you can get modern version also, means you can get new version also, and you can get old version as well. Like old version you can say it is 4 or 5, so you should be getting 4 or 5 if you are having old version. And if you are having the newest version, so you will be getting UTF-10, UTF-12 like this. So we are getting UTF till 20, means till 20 version are available here, and from above 20 there is no version, because 21 version which we will be getting of UTF is in 2024. In 2023 we are getting the version of UTF 20 like this. So this is the UTF-8 version which we are using here in the encoding. So we will be not doing anything here, we will be directly moving on forward. So then after this tag we are getting a file which is called, or you can say a tag which is called manifest xmlns, and it is saying me that Android, means it is giving me the URL of Android, and it is telling, means it is showing me this URL. So it is giving me this URL because this URL indicates that if you want any help here of Android, means if you want to means if you have created any application and if you want to create your application in APK, so you can just publish it on Play Store. So you can just move on to this URL and you can see that how you can create your application, first application, and how to create your application in APK, and after APK how to publish it on Play Store. So on this website URL you can see that all stuff. But first of all we have to create our application. We have not created any application yet, then we will be moving on to publish our application as well. So you can see after that we are getting XMLNS tools, and here you will be getting the tools URL. From here you can just paste this URL to the Google Chrome or any other browser which you are using, and from there you can just check out the tools which you are getting to use this android.manifest, means android.manifest.xml file. So there are many of the tools which you can use to use XML URL here. So you can just move on to this URL and you can check the tools which we can use here to build this or build our first application. Then we are getting the package here. In package you can just get here like this package we are getting means our package name. So I've just given my project name application1. If you have given any other name, so you will be getting it here, but previous thing will be same like com.example. You will be also getting this thing. Nothing problem here we are getting. Just your this thing means the last letter will be changed here. Like I'm getting application1, you should be getting any other like word here, because I've just changed my project name to application1. You will be getting here like any other name. If you want to just give any other name, you can give it through your project. So if I move to my project, you can see we are getting all the files, like manifest file is here in which we will be writing all the codes to create our first application here. Then we are getting an application tag. In this application tag we are getting another tag which is saying me that Android allow backup, means it is saying me that you will be allowing backup of your application. So I've written here true. So it's your choice if you want to allow backup through your application, so you can write here true, and if you don't want to allow backup through your Android application, you can write here false as well. And remember one thing, when you are creating your Android application and if you are having an iOS device, it will be not working on that. You can directly use the emulator of Java, means emulator of Android Studio directly. But if you are using the physical device of iOS, so it will be not working. You can use physical device of Android to connect your application with your physical Android device. But if you are using physical iOS device and want to connect that to the Java, so it will be not work. So remember that you should be having an Android device when you are working with Java. It is not compulsory to have Android device. If you are having iOS device, and if you are not having means any physical iOS, means any physical Android device, you can just use emulator as well. But before using emulator, you have to create some of the things of emulator which I have telling you in the previous video. You can check that out. You can that video is I have uploaded in the Android Studio playlist. You can check that video out and you can see how we can just use these all stuff. So now we are just getting here the things like we want to use. So like I've telling you that you cannot use iOS here, means you can use Android only, because we are working with Java. If you are using Flutter or Swift language, so there you can use iOS, but when we are working with Java, so we have to use physical Android device. But it's not compulsory to use physical Android device. You can directly use emulator as well. But for using emulator, we have to download some of the things, and after downloading the things, we have to run that emulator, and then after running, you will be getting your app running in that. So this is the way which you can use if you're not having any physical Android device. So here you can see we are getting all that stuff here, and in this stuff we will be getting some of the things, means we will be writing some of the things. So I will be removing this main activity tag which we are getting here, and in the place of this main activity tag I will be writing my countdown timer. So I will be writing here countdown timer. Okay, so here we have to write it like this, write here comma runnable and comma handler. So now we have written these three resources. After writing these three resources, you have to directly run your emulator here, and we have to check that our emulator is running or not. If our emulator is not running, means that it is having any error. But if our emulator runs without any error, means that our these three resources which we are using to create an application is working. So I will be now running my emulator by pressing this run app, or shift F10 you can press to run that, but I will be pressing directly this running button. Press this. Now after pressing, you can see it is now building our Gradle, and now it will be running in some time. You can see it is saying me Gradle build running, means it is running my Gradle build, and in some minutes it will be running my emulator on my device. So you can see now it is saying me Gradle build running. If it is having any error, it will be showing me move to build. You can see it is saying me starting Gradle daemon, and you can see it is saying me that it has been not created, means we are having any error. So you can see this was the error which we are having. But if I remove this error directly here by pressing Ctrl Z, so remove this error. Okay, so I will be now removing this error here like this. You can see I've removed this, save it, and now run. So now I think that we should be not having any error. It is running our Gradle. Okay, so it is saying me again you are having error. So I will be moving on to my main file here. Then I have to delete this, move to device manager, move here, delete your AVD device which you have created, and create another AVD device. Delete. Okay, close it. So we are getting a AVD device here. And then if you want to just create your AVD device, you can move to Android manifest file again, and you can remove this main activity here, and you can write the same thing which I've telling you. So you can write here countdown timer, comma, right here runnable, and with this I will be writing here handler. So here I will be writing handler. So when you will be now running now, so you will be not getting any error, and your application will be running without any error directly on your emulator. So like this, you can just use these three resources here, and you can use these three resources to build any application here. And soon in the coming up videos, I will be telling you how you can use these three resources to build an amazing Android application from start using Java and emulator. So I hope you understand this video of countdown timer, runnable, and handler, like how are these resources works and what are the work of these resources. So if you have understand, enjoy this video, remember to hit a like, and if you're new on the channel, hit the subscribe button, and after subscribing, hit notification bell so more people can learn, they can understand how we can build this project using these all amazing languages. So just I'll be with you next project with more amazing things and more amazing tutorials. So for today, goodbye.